Then it comes down to chemistry. You know, love is something which is quite confusing. You've got to really, really like somebody.
When Simon Cowell pressed the golden buzzer on a trembling young singer's performance, the moment became instantly iconic. Millions of viewers around the world were swept up in emotion as confetti rained down and the singer broke into tears. It was a powerful reminder of Cowell's unique position in the entertainment industry, not just as a judge or producer, but as a tastemaker with the rare ability to transform obscurity into stardom. Yet this defining moment, like so many others in his career, belies the rocky path that brought him there. Behind the tailored suits, the trademark sarcasm, and the effortless command of a television studio lies a story filled with reinvention, failure, and persistence. Before we start, smash the like and subscribe buttons for more updates. Simon Philip Cowell was born on October 7, 1959, in Lambeth, London, and raised in Elstree, Hertfordshire. His father, Eric Selig Philip Cowell, was an estate agent and music industry executive, while his mother, Julie Brett, worked as a ballet dancer and socialite. This blend of creative flair and business acumen would later come to define Simon's unique approach to the music and television industries. Though raised in relatively comfortable circumstances, his relationship with authority, especially within academic institutions, was always strained. He attended several private schools, including Radlett Preparatory School and Dover College, but never truly conformed to the expectations placed on him. It was clear from a young age that he was not interested in traditional pathways. Cowell's earliest jobs were unglamorous and short-lived. He worked as a runner on Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, a job he left after reportedly clashing with co-workers. He also took positions in various small businesses, but none seemed to stick. It was only when his father pulled some strings to land him a job in the mailroom at EMI Music Publishing that Simon began to find direction. Here, he was exposed to the inner workings of the music business, a chaotic but seductive world of contracts, egos, and hits. This entry-level role provided him not just with a paycheck, but with a front-row seat to the mechanics of the entertainment machine. Simon rose through the ranks, and by the early 1980s, he had founded E&S Music with his boss Ellis Rich. Though the company enjoyed modest success, Cowell eventually moved on to form Fanfare Records with Ian Burton. Fanfare specialized in producing cheesy pop records, most notably for artists like Sunita. One of their biggest hits was So Macho, a camp anthem that became a UK chart mainstay. These songs, though derided by critics, gave Cowell an early taste of mass appeal and chart success. However, the label's reliance on novelty pop left it vulnerable, and by the late 1980s, Fanfare had folded, leaving Cowell bankrupt and disillusioned. It was a devastating period for him. He had tasted success and then lost it all. Forced to move back in with his parents, Cowell's confidence was shattered, but it was also a turning point. During this time, he re-evaluated his approach and sharpened his instincts. He returned to the music business, working with BMG as a consultant and talent scout. It was here that Cowell began to refine what would become his signature talent, the ability to identify commercially viable artists and market them with ruthless efficiency. In the 1990s, he helped revive careers and launch new ones, working with artists like Westlife and Five. His specialty was crafting accessible, radio-friendly pop that appealed to the masses. Yet his biggest break would come not from music alone, but from television. In 2001, Cowell appeared as a judge on Pop Idol, a British singing competition created by Simon Fuller. His blunt, often brutal critiques quickly set him apart. While other judges offered vague encouragement or platitudes, Cowell delivered cold, clinical assessments that sometimes bordered on cruelty, but always felt honest. Audiences were riveted. The success of Pop Idol led to the launch of American Idol in 2002. Cowell joined Paula Abdul and Randy Jackson on the judging panel, and the show became a cultural phenomenon. For the first time, American audiences witnessed his unfiltered criticism. He was often booed by live crowds and chastised by co-judges, but viewers couldn't look away. Behind the stern expression and cutting remarks, there was an undeniable intelligence, a deep understanding of what makes a star and what doesn't. Under his guidance, artists like Kelly Clarkson and Carrie Underwood emerged as bona fide sensations. The worldwide success of American Idol solidified Cowell's status as a media titan. He was no longer just a music executive or a judge. He was a brand. He created the X Factor in the UK in 2004, a show that allowed for more diverse talent, including groups and older contestants. It produced acts like Leona Lewis, One Direction, and Little Mix, each of whom went on to international success. One Direction in particular became a global juggernaut, thanks in large part to Cowell's vision and marketing prowess. He wasn't just discovering talent, he was shaping the sound of a generation. Cowell's business acumen was as sharp as his on-air persona. In 2002, he founded Syco Entertainment, a joint venture with Sony Music. Through Syco, he controlled both the television formats and the music rights, allowing him to benefit from every angle of an artist's success. It was a vertically integrated empire. Cowell could sign the talent, produce the show, release the music, and promote it all through media channels he influenced. The synergy was unprecedented in the entertainment industry. Yet despite the wealth and accolades, Cowell remained a deeply private and complex figure. He was never one for the Hollywood lifestyle. For years, he maintained a strict regimen, working long hours, sleeping little, and adhering to an almost ascetic daily routine. He famously wore only black or white t-shirts, jeans, and aviator sunglasses, cultivating a minimalist aesthetic that contrasted sharply with the glitz of his surroundings. Interviews with him often revealed flashes of vulnerability, hints at loneliness, anxiety, and the relentless pressure of staying on top. He also faced significant criticism. Detractors accused him of commercializing art, of prioritizing marketability over musicality. Some claimed he was responsible for dumbing down pop music, or exploiting young talent for ratings. But Cowell never claimed to be an artist. He saw himself as a businessman, a showman, and above all, an arbiter of public taste. He believed that success was measurable, not in critical acclaim, but in record sales, ticket stubs, and fan devotion. To him, the audience was always right. Cowell's life took a more personal turn in 2013 when it was revealed he was expecting a child with Lauren Silverman, the wife of one of his close friends. The scandal dominated tabloids, but Cowell took full responsibility. His son Eric was born in 2014, named after Cowell's late father. Becoming a father changed him. He spoke openly about how Eric gave his life new meaning and softened his worldview. Friends and colleagues noticed a shift, a more empathetic, grounded Simon who balanced work with fatherhood. In 2020, during the COVID-19 pandemic, Cowell suffered a serious accident while testing an electric bike. He broke his back in several places and underwent multiple surgeries. The recovery was long and painful, forcing him to step back from some television appearances. But the incident also served as a moment of reckoning. Cowell adopted a healthier lifestyle, lost weight, and reassessed his priorities. He returned to the spotlight looking leaner, calmer, and by many accounts, more reflective. His television empire continued to evolve. Though some of his shows experienced ratings declines over time, he remained a formidable force in global entertainment. He adapted his formats for international markets, judged new series like America's Got Talent, and explored digital platforms for content creation. Always the innovator, Cowell understood that the nature of fame was changing, that the next superstar might not emerge from a stage, but from a phone screen. He began to invest in talent across TikTok, YouTube, and other emerging platforms. Throughout his career, Cowell has championed the idea that entertainment is not about perfection, but about connection. He often tells contestants that technical skill is not enough. They must make people feel something. This philosophy has guided his decisions across decades, from launching bubblegum pop stars to discovering powerful vocalists and magnetic performers. For Cowell, success lies in resonance, in the ability to captivate an audience, whether through charm, voice, or vulnerability. Despite his vast influence, Cowell has remained something of an enigma. He is both universally recognizable and deeply mysterious, known for his laugh and glare but elusive in his personal life. Few people have penetrated his inner circle, and even fewer have understood the mix of ego and insecurity that drives him. His colleagues describe him as fiercely loyal but exacting, generous but demanding. He has the uncanny ability to inspire fear and admiration in equal measure. One of the most fascinating aspects of Cowell's journey is how often he has been counted out. Whether after fanfare's collapse, the backlash to his television persona, or his near-fatal accident. Each time, he has reinvented himself, reasserting his relevance in a fast-changing industry. His resilience stems not from blind optimism, but from an unshakable belief in his instincts. He trusts his ear, his eye, and his gut, often ignoring critics to double down on what he knows will work. It is this confidence that has kept him not just afloat, but ahead. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, leave your comments below and tell us, what are your thoughts on Simon Cowell's rise to fame? Will he inspire you? We want to hear from you. Thank you for watching and see you next time.